Have you ever found yourself waking up in the middle of the night, maybe between 2 and 4 a.m., unable to drift back to sleep? It's a quiet struggle many of us face as we get older, and it can leave us feeling tired, frustrated, and a little lonely. You might think this is just part of getting older, that poor sleep simply comes with the territory. But what if that's not the whole story? What if waking up at odd hours isn't just about age, but something deeper that we often overlook? Sleep troubles might seem like a small nuisance, something easy to ignore. Yet, over time, restless nights can chip away at our health, mood, and even memory. It's a hidden challenge that deserves more attention than it usually gets. In this video, we're going to explore 6 gentle, practical ways older women can reclaim restful sleep. Simple steps that can make a real difference in your nights and days. And by the end, I'll share the one habit that might just change how you sleep forever. Let's take this journey together, one peaceful night at a time. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Way 1. Understand why you wake up between 2 to 4 a.m. For so many older women, the quiet hours between 2 and 4 in the morning have become strangely familiar territory. Maybe you found yourself waking up, night after night, glancing at the clock, and seeing those same numbers glow in the darkness. It starts as a little annoyance, a brief interruption in your sleep. You might stretch, shift your pillow, and hope to drift back into dreams. Sometimes, you do. But all too often, those minutes turn into an hour, maybe longer. You listen to the hum of the refrigerator or the distant sound of a train. You start to worry about getting enough sleep for tomorrow. Some nights, it feels like the whole world is sleeping except for you. It's easy to shrug this off, telling yourself, I guess this is just what getting older feels like. Maybe you share stories about your restless nights over coffee with friends, half laughing, half sighing at the shared experience. We're all in the same boat, you might say, just another part of being in our golden years. But let me ask you, what if it doesn't have to be this way? What if there's more to these wakeful hours than simply the passing of time or the natural course of aging? Is it just old age, or could there be other reasons that, if understood, could help you reclaim your rest? That's a question worth exploring, because for generations, we've been told that poor sleep is inevitable as we get older, a small price to pay for the wisdom and memories we've gathered. But modern science and the stories of women just like you reveal a richer, more hopeful picture. Let's take a closer look. Why do so many older adults wake up during these hours? Well, it turns out our bodies are full of silent rhythms and signals that shape how and when we sleep. As we age, the sleep cycle changes in ways most people never think about. One major factor is the gradual drop in melatonin, a natural hormone that helps regulate sleep. When you were younger, your body released plenty of melatonin as the sun went down, gently guiding you into a deep, uninterrupted sleep. But as the years pass, melatonin production falls, and sleep becomes lighter, more fragile, and easier to break. That's not the only change. The circadian rhythm, your body's internal clock, often shifts with age, causing you to get sleepy earlier in the evening and wake up earlier in the morning. For some, this means falling asleep during the news and waking up before the birds. For others, it means waking in the middle of the night, mind wide awake, even though the body is still tired. Then there are the little side effects of getting older that people rarely talk about. Changes in bladder function, aches and pains, or simply the body becoming more sensitive to outside noises and lights. Add in a touch of worry about family, health, or the future, and you have a recipe for the perfect storm. Regular, unwanted awakenings, right when you most crave peace and rest. But here's the good news. Understanding why this happens can be the first step to making things better. It's not just fate, and you're not powerless in the face of biology or the passage of years. By paying closer attention to the factors that disrupt your sleep, you can start to gently, gradually tip the scales back in your favor. Let's talk about some practical steps you can take tonight. Start with awareness. Instead of worrying when you wake up, notice what's happening in your mind and body. Are you getting up to use the bathroom? Did you feel too warm or too cold? Did a thought pop into your mind and refuse to let go? Try keeping a small notebook by your bed and jotting down what you notice, even if it's just a few words. Over a week or two, you might see patterns. Maybe you always wake up after a late night snack, or whenever you forget to close the curtains tightly. If you suspect your sleep is being interrupted by physical discomfort, like needing to use the bathroom, try limiting fluids an hour before bedtime, and make sure your path to the bathroom is clear and safe. If it's pain or stiffness, consider gentle stretching before bed, or talk to your doctor about ways to manage nighttime aches. If anxious thoughts are keeping you awake, practice a simple breathing exercise. Slowly inhale for a count of 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and rest for 4. This box breathing can soothe your nervous system and invite calm. But let's bring this to life with a story. I remember speaking with Margaret, a retired schoolteacher from Ohio, who struggled for years with middle-of-the-night awakenings. She'd wake at 2:30 almost every night, mind spinning with memories and to-dos for her grown children. At first, she blamed it on age. She joked, "I'm just part of the 2 a.m. club." But when her granddaughter gave her a journal and encouraged her to write down whatever was on her mind when she woke up, something shifted. Margaret realized that on nights she had a cup of tea after dinner, or scrolled through her phone in bed, her sleep was the most broken. She started switching to herbal tea, kept her phone in the living room, and added a gentle stretching routine before bed. Within weeks, she found herself waking less often, and when she did, she no longer felt frustrated. "Now, if I wake up," she told me, "I breathe, I let go, and I know it's just a moment, not a sentence." If there's one message I hope you carry with you, it's this: waking up between 2 and 4 a.m. doesn't mean you're destined for restless nights. It's your body's way of asking for a little extra care, a little more attention. By listening to these signals and making small, compassionate changes, you can gently guide yourself back to deeper, more nourishing sleep. So the next time you find yourself staring at the ceiling in those early hours, remember, you're not alone, and you're not stuck. Your story is still being written, and every night holds a new chance for rest, renewal, and peace. Let's take this journey together, one gentle night at a time. Way 2. Develop a relaxing pre-sleep routine. There's something deeply familiar about the hours before bedtime. Maybe for you, the evenings are a gentle winding down, a time when the house grows quiet and the world seems to soften at the edges. But for so many older women, these hours can bring a different kind of anticipation, a quiet anxiety about whether tonight will bring restful sleep or another long stretch of tossing and turning. You might find yourself watching one more TV show than you planned, scrolling through news or family photos on your phone, or simply replaying the worries of the day in your mind. It's a routine that seems harmless, maybe even comforting. But when your head finally hits the pillow, sleep remains just out of reach. Have you ever wondered if your evening habits might be quietly working against you? So many of us believe sleep is something that should come naturally, the way it did in childhood. You get tired, you lie down, and you drift off. But what if preparing for restful sleep, especially as we age, is as important as the sleep itself? What if the hour before bed holds the real secret to feeling refreshed in the morning? Science gives us some surprising answers. Our bodies, even after all these years, are sensitive to routines and signals. As we get older, our natural sleep cycles, the circadian rhythms, become less predictable. Melatonin, the hormone that nudges us towards sleep, isn't produced as abundantly as it once was. Meanwhile, the nervous system, always listening for cues, can easily be confused by modern habits. The glow of a television, the blue light from a tablet, the constant stimulation from news or social media. Each of these things, while a comfort or a habit, tells the brain, "Stay awake," instead of "It's time to rest." You don't have to be a scientist to see how these habits add up. Picture yourself on an average evening. Maybe you have dinner a bit late, or a rich dessert you've been looking forward to all day. You might check in with a favorite show or call a friend for a good, long chat. Then, just before bed, you scroll through photos of your grandkids or catch up on the latest news alerts. It all seems perfectly normal. But these little rituals, especially those involving screens or strong emotions, signal to your body that the day isn't over yet. The result? When you finally turn off the lights, your mind is still active, alert, and not quite ready to drift away. So what can you do? The answer is refreshingly simple. Create a pre-sleep routine that gently guides both body and mind toward rest. You don't have to overhaul your whole evening or give up the things you love. Instead, consider introducing 1 or 2 gentle rituals that send a clear signal. The day is ending. It's time to relax. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Here's how you might start. About an hour before you'd like to be asleep, dim the lights in your home. This small change encourages the production of melatonin, helping your body remember its natural rhythm. Turn off bright screens, phones, tablets, and televisions, as much as you comfortably can. If you enjoy reading, pick up a favorite book or listen to soft music. Consider a warm bath or a few simple stretches, releasing the tension in your shoulders, neck, and back. Even 5 minutes of gentle breathing or meditation can make a world of difference, quieting the mind and easing the worries that sometimes gather at night. Let's take a cue from someone who's been through it herself. Eleanor, a 70-year-old from Vermont, spent years struggling with sleep. She tried everything she could think of, different pillows, herbal teas, even counting backwards from 100. Nothing seemed to work. It wasn't until her daughter suggested she create a relaxing evening ritual that things began to change. At first, Eleanor was skeptical. "I've been falling asleep my whole life. Why do I need a bedtime routine now?" she laughed. But she gave it a try. Each night, she'd set aside her phone, make a cup of chamomile tea, and write down one thing she was grateful for in a small notebook. Then she'd turn on some gentle piano music, sit in her favorite armchair, and let her thoughts drift. Within a few weeks, Eleanor noticed something new. When she lay down, her mind was quiet, her body relaxed, and sleep came more easily. "It's like teaching myself to let go," she said, "and it works better than any pill I've ever tried." The power of a pre-sleep routine isn't just in what you do, but in the message you send to yourself. You matter, and you deserve rest. It's not about perfection. Some nights will still be restless. Worries may still find you. But by making your evenings a little more peaceful, you give yourself a better chance of deep, nourishing sleep. If you're wondering where to begin, remember, it's the small changes that count. Maybe tonight, you'll turn off your TV just 10 minutes earlier. Tomorrow, you might trade your phone for a chapter of a good book or a quiet walk around the house. Each little ritual is a gentle promise to yourself, a way of saying, "I choose peace tonight." You've weathered so much in life, learned so many lessons about letting go and starting fresh. Why not bring that wisdom to your nights as well? Let your evenings become a gentle landing, a time when you can honor your need for rest without guilt or frustration. The world can wait until morning. If you try just one new thing tonight, let it be this. Give yourself a few moments of true quiet, without screens or noise. Notice how your body feels, how your breath slows, how the day's edges soften. With every breath, remind yourself that you are safe, you are cared for, and you are worthy of deep, restful sleep. In the end, developing a relaxing pre-sleep routine is about so much more than falling asleep faster. It's about reclaiming a sense of calm, a bit of control, and a nightly ritual of self-kindness. You're not just preparing for sleep, you're preparing for tomorrow, for the joys and challenges that await. And that, dear friend, is something you deserve every single night. Way 3. Manage your sleep environment. For many older women, the bedroom becomes a place of mixed emotions. Maybe you remember when your bedroom was a true sanctuary, a space where you could slip under the covers, close your eyes, and be swept away into peaceful dreams. These days, though, things might feel different. You may find yourself tossing and turning, getting up to adjust the covers, or even moving to another room, searching for that perfect spot to finally relax. You might not realize it, but the environment where you sleep can play a bigger role in your rest than you ever imagined. It's easy to overlook the little things: a ticking clock, a street light peeking through the curtains, or the hum of an old air conditioner. Perhaps you've gotten used to the feeling of sheets that are a bit too scratchy, or a mattress that sags in the middle. Many of us brush these things aside, believing they're just part of life, or that, after a certain age, sleep is supposed to be a little uncomfortable. But have you ever wondered, what if your bedroom itself is quietly stealing your sleep, night after night? Is it just aging that keeps you awake, or could the room around you be working against your best rest? Most people think of sleep as something that happens inside the mind and body. But science reminds us that our senses, what we see, hear, feel, and even smell, play a huge part in setting the stage for sleep. As we get older, our sleep tends to become lighter. Our bodies are more sensitive to changes in temperature, light, noise, and comfort. Even small disturbances can pull us out of deep rest. For example, a bedroom that's too warm can prevent the body from dropping into the coolness needed for good sleep. Too much light, whether from a hallway or a digital clock, can signal the brain that it's time to wake up. And noises, from a snoring partner to the hum of a refrigerator, can jolt us awake even if we don't remember it in the morning. The good news is that you have the power to shape your sleep environment. You don't need expensive gadgets or a complete bedroom makeover. Small, thoughtful changes can make your room a true haven once again. Start with temperature. Experts agree that a slightly cool room, around 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, is ideal for most people, especially as we age. If you find yourself waking up hot or sweaty, try turning down the thermostat before bed or using a fan to circulate air. In colder months, use lightweight layers on your bed so you can easily adjust if you get too warm. Next, think about light. Our bodies depend on darkness to release melatonin, the hormone that signals sleep. If there's a street light leaking in, or if you have glowing electronics, consider blackout curtains or an eye mask. Even covering digital clocks with a small cloth can make a big difference. Try to turn off or cover up any devices that emit blue light, such as TVs, tablets, and phones, at least 30 minutes before bedtime. Sound is another silent culprit. Maybe you've lived in your home for decades, and you're used to the creaks and groans of nighttime. But sudden noises, like a car alarm or a neighbor's dog, can still break your sleep cycle. Soft, consistent background noise can help. Some people swear by white noise machines or apps. Others find comfort in the steady whir of a fan. If you have a partner who snores, gently encourage them to try a different sleeping position or use nasal strips. Don't forget about comfort. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to aches and pains. The right mattress and pillow can make all the difference. If your mattress is older than 10 years, or if you regularly wake up with back or neck pain, it might be time to consider something new. Even a simple mattress topper or supportive pillow can offer welcome relief. Choose soft, breathable bedding. Cotton sheets and a cozy blanket can help keep you comfortable without overheating. Let's not ignore smells, either. Fresh air can make your bedroom feel welcoming and calm. Try opening a window during the day, or using a diffuser with lavender or chamomile essential oil at night. Both scents are known to promote relaxation and restful sleep. Let me share a story. Carol, a retired librarian from Arizona, used to struggle with sleep for years. She chalked it up to aging. Her mother and grandmother had complained about old lady insomnia, so she figured it was her fate, too. Then her granddaughter came to visit one summer and remarked, "Grandma, your room is so bright at night." Carol realized she'd gotten used to sleeping with her blinds half open, letting in the orange glow of a nearby street lamp. She bought blackout curtains and was surprised to find she slept more deeply and woke up less often. Encouraged, she invested in a small white noise machine and swapped out her heavy winter quilt for lighter, layered blankets. Within weeks, her restless nights became fewer and farther between. "I never thought such little changes could make such a big difference," she told her book club friends, "but I feel like I have a new bedroom and a new life." The truth is, creating a better sleep environment is an act of self-kindness. It's about giving yourself permission to rest as deeply and peacefully as you deserve. It doesn't mean you need perfection. There will always be nights when the wind howls or a grandchild calls late. But when your room is set up to support you, you give yourself the best chance at restful sleep. If you're not sure where to start, pick one small thing tonight. Maybe close the curtains a bit tighter, lower the thermostat, or put away that blinking alarm clock. Notice how it feels, and don't be afraid to experiment until you find what works for you. Remember, your bedroom is your retreat, your haven. You've earned every comfort and every quiet night. So tonight, as you prepare for bed, take a moment to look around your room and ask, is this space working for me or against me? A few simple changes can turn any bedroom into a place of comfort and healing. Sleep is not just a necessity. It's a gift you give yourself. May your nights be peaceful, your dreams sweet, and your bedroom always a place of gentle rest. Way 4. Pay attention to eating and drinking habits. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Evenings have a certain comfort for many older women. Dinner is done, the dishes are stacked, and there's a gentle calm as the sun slips away. Maybe you enjoy a small dessert, a soothing cup of tea, or a late-night snack while catching up on your favorite show. These little rituals often seem harmless, maybe even well-deserved after a long day. Yet, for many, the peacefulness of evening is sometimes followed by a very different feeling. Waking up in the middle of the night, needing to use the bathroom, feeling bloated, or unable to fall back asleep. The connection between what and when we eat and drink, and the quality of our sleep, is something most people overlook or underestimate, especially as we get older. It's easy to think, I've always enjoyed a little treat before bed. Surely that's not what's keeping me up at night. Or maybe you believe that drinking plenty of water late in the day is good for your health, even if it means extra trips to the bathroom. But what if some of our most comforting habits are the hidden culprits behind those restless nights? Is it possible that adjusting when and what you eat or drink could make a real difference in how deeply you sleep? Let's shine a light on this often ignored connection. Science tells us that our digestive system ages right along with us. As we get older, our bodies metabolize food and beverages more slowly. Foods that once gave us energy can now linger, causing indigestion or discomfort. Spicy, fatty, or sugary snacks in the evening can trigger heartburn or acid reflux, especially when we lie down soon after eating. Even caffeine, which may not have bothered you in your 30s or 40s, can linger in your system and affect your sleep far more in your 60s and 70s. Then there's the matter of hydration. Drinking water is indeed essential, especially for older adults. Our bodies need to stay hydrated for our hearts, kidneys, and brains to work their best. But as we age, our bladders become more sensitive and less able to hold it all night. The kidneys also become less efficient, meaning that late-night beverages, whether water, herbal tea, or a favorite decaf coffee, can easily lead to waking up for a bathroom trip, often right in the middle of a precious deep sleep cycle. Alcohol, too, can be deceiving. While a glass of wine might seem to help you relax, it can disrupt your natural sleep rhythm, causing you to wake more often. The good news is, a few gentle adjustments to your eating and drinking habits can make a remarkable difference. You don't have to give up your favorite foods or go to bed thirsty. It's about timing and moderation, and listening to your body's signals with a bit of extra care. Start with the timing of your last meal. Try to finish dinner at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. This gives your body time to digest before you lie down, reducing the chance of heartburn or discomfort. If you're truly hungry later, choose a light, sleep-friendly snack. A small banana, a bit of plain yogurt, or a handful of almonds can satisfy without overstimulating your digestion. As for fluids, keep sipping water throughout the day to stay well hydrated, but begin to slow down after dinner. If you love an evening cup of tea, opt for non-caffeinated herbal teas like chamomile or peppermint, and pour a smaller cup. Avoid caffeinated drinks after late afternoon, and keep alcohol to a minimum or enjoy it with your meal, rather than as a nightcap. Let me share a story that might sound familiar. Joanne, a spirited 72-year-old from Michigan, always enjoyed a large glass of ice water before bed. She believed it helped her stay hydrated overnight. But she noticed she was waking up every night at 2 or 3 a.m., needing to rush to the bathroom. At first, she thought it was just what happens with age, but after hearing advice from a friend, she decided to experiment. Joanne started drinking more water during the morning and afternoon, but limited herself to just a few sips after 7 p.m. She swapped her late-night chocolate treat for a small bowl of plain yogurt and replaced her after-dinner coffee with peppermint tea. Within a week, Joanne was amazed. Not only did she sleep longer stretches without interruption, but she woke up feeling more rested and energized. "I didn't realize my nightly habits were affecting my sleep so much," she said. "It's such a simple change, but it's made a big difference." Sometimes, it's the most ordinary choices that have the biggest impact. Paying attention to your eating and drinking habits is not about strict rules or giving up what you love. It's about treating your body with the respect it deserves as it changes with age. It's about noticing how different foods or drinks affect you personally, and permitting yourself to try new routines, gently, without judgment. Tonight, as you wind down, take a moment to reflect on your habits. Are there foods or drinks that might be sneaking in and stealing your sleep? Could you finish dinner a little earlier, or choose a lighter evening snack? Could you savor your favorite tea a bit sooner, or make water your friend throughout the day, not just at night? Remember, everybody is unique. What works for your sister or neighbor might not be the perfect solution for you. Listen closely to what your own body tells you. Maybe keep a little notebook by your bed to jot down when you wake and what you ate or drank that evening. Patterns may emerge that lead you to a better routine. Most of all, be gentle with yourself. You deserve peaceful nights and bright mornings. By tuning in to your eating and drinking habits and making small, thoughtful changes, you're giving yourself the gift of rest. It's a gift that will serve you well for all the days ahead. So, tonight and every night, remember, you have more power over your sleep than you think. With a little awareness and a little kindness, you can enjoy the comforts of evening without sacrificing the peace of your night. Sweet dreams, and may every sunrise find you well-rested and ready to greet the day. Way 5. Practice gentle exercises to reduce stress and anxiety. As evening settles in, the world outside might grow quiet, but inside, your mind can still feel like it's spinning. Maybe you've noticed that as you get older, your worries seem to sneak up just as your head hits the pillow. Memories, what-ifs, and tomorrow's to-do list all jostle for attention in the darkness. Even if your body feels tired, your mind just won't settle down. It's easy to think that this restless anxiety is just another part of aging, a price you pay for all the life you've lived and the loved ones you care about. But here's the truth. You're not alone, and there are gentle, powerful ways to ease the mental world that keeps you from restful sleep. Have you ever paused to wonder whether you can calm your thoughts and soothe your heart before bed? What if stress and anxiety don't have to be your nighttime companions? What if a few simple actions, taken in the comfort of your own home, could make a real difference, not just to your nights, but to your days as well? The science is both fascinating and hopeful. As we age, our bodies produce less of certain calming chemicals, like serotonin and melatonin, which can leave us more vulnerable to anxiety and tension. Add in years of responsibility, loss, and change, and it's no wonder so many older women find themselves feeling restless at night. Stress doesn't just affect your mind. It affects your heart rate, your breathing, your digestion, and your ability to let go and drift into deep, healing sleep. But here's where the story takes a brighter turn. Gentle movement is one of the most effective, natural ways to signal safety and calm to your body and mind. You don't have to become a yoga master or run a marathon. It's the soft, mindful exercises, stretching, slow walking, deep breathing, or a few easy yoga poses that help the most, especially before bed. These practices have been shown to lower stress hormones, relax tense muscles, and even boost your mood by releasing endorphins and feel-good chemicals. They also tell your body, in a language deeper than words, that it's okay to rest now. Imagine this. After dinner, you clear a small space in your living room or beside your bed. You sit in a comfortable chair or on a sturdy mat. You take a deep breath, feeling your shoulders rise and fall. Maybe you roll your shoulders back and forth, or gently stretch your arms overhead. You breathe in for a slow count of 4, hold, and breathe out even more slowly. Your mind, always busy, begins to quiet. Each breath, each movement, is a small act of kindness to yourself. You feel the day's worries begin to loosen their grip. You're not chasing perfect sleep, you're inviting calm. Let's make it even simpler. Here are a few gentle exercises to try. Seated shoulder rolls. Sit upright with your feet flat on the floor. Slowly roll your shoulders forward 5 times, then backward 5 times. This eases tension and signals the body to relax. Neck stretch. Gently tilt your head toward one shoulder, hold for a few seconds, then switch sides. Feel the gentle stretch along your neck and upper back. Deep belly breathing. Place one hand on your chest, the other on your belly. Inhale slowly through your nose, letting your belly rise. Exhale through your mouth, feeling your belly fall. Repeat 10 times, focusing only on your breath. Leg extension. While seated, straighten one leg and hold for a count of 5, then switch. This keeps the joints moving and improves circulation. Simple seated twist. Sitting upright, gently twist your torso to the right, placing your left hand on your right knee. Hold for a few breaths, then switch sides. If you're comfortable, you might try a few standing stretches or even a short walk around your home. For some, gentle chair yoga or Tai Chi videos for seniors can be helpful. The key is not intensity, but regularity, doing a little bit every evening, making it a habit as natural as brushing your teeth. Let me share a real-life story. Mabel, a retired nurse from Oregon, struggled with anxiety and sleep after her husband passed away. Nights felt endless, and her thoughts would spiral with worries she couldn't solve. Her doctor suggested medication, but Mabel wanted to try something different first. A friend invited her to a stretch and breathe class at the local community center. Mabel was hesitant. She'd never done yoga and thought it was for younger people. But she found that the gentle movements and quiet breathing exercises calmed her nerves and gave her a sense of control. "It's not about being flexible," she laughed. "It's about feeling peaceful." Soon, she was doing a few simple stretches each night before bed. Within a few weeks, Mabel noticed she fell asleep more easily, woke less often, and felt more hopeful in the mornings. "It's the best part of my day now," she says, "a little time just for me." The beauty of gentle movement is that it meets you where you are. Whether you're in perfect health or managing aches and pains, there's something you can do, big or small, to honor your body and settle your mind. It's not about fixing every worry or chasing away all anxiety. It's about giving yourself a moment of calm, a sense of safety, and a soft landing at the end of each day. Tonight, as you prepare for bed, consider what your body needs. Do you hold tension in your shoulders, your neck, your jaw? Is your mind racing, or your breath short and shallow? Permit yourself to take 5 or 10 minutes for gentle exercise. Try a few stretches, some deep breathing, or a slow walk through your home. Light a candle or play soft music if it feels comforting. Let this be your time, a nightly ritual of kindness, a gift you give yourself. Remember, Restful sleep isn't just about closing your eyes. It's about letting go, little by little, of the burdens you carry. It's about treating yourself with the same compassion you've shown to others throughout your life. With each gentle movement, you remind your body and your mind that you are safe, cared for, and worthy of rest. So tonight, and every night, let gentle movement be your invitation to peace. Sweet dreams, and may you wake refreshed, ready to embrace the joys of a brand new day. Way 6. Consult your doctor and use safe supports when needed. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. As the nights grow longer and the familiar struggle to fall and stay asleep continues, many women find themselves wondering, is this just my new normal? Is there anything more I can do? It's a quiet question, often whispered to oneself in the dark, sometimes shared only with close friends or family. You might have tried all sorts of remedies, adjusting your bedtime, changing your diet, creating a peaceful environment, or practicing gentle exercises, and yet, restful sleep remains elusive. At times like these, it's natural to feel a mix of frustration, worry, and even a little resignation. But here's an important truth. You don't have to navigate this journey alone, and there's no shame in asking for help. Have you ever wondered whether your sleepless nights could be linked to something more than just stress or age? Could hidden health issues, medications, or sleep disorders be playing a role? Many older adults hesitate to bring these concerns up with their doctors, fearing they might be dismissed or that treatment options will be limited. But in reality, consulting a healthcare professional can be a vital step toward reclaiming your sleep and your quality of life. Let's look at why medical guidance matters. As we age, our bodies change in ways that can affect sleep in subtle but significant ways. Conditions like restless leg syndrome, sleep apnea, arthritis pain, or even thyroid imbalances can disrupt sleep cycles. Some medications prescribed for blood pressure, allergies, or mood may have side effects that interfere with rest. Without knowing these connections, it's easy to blame aging alone for sleep difficulties and miss out on effective solutions. When you open the door to a conversation with your doctor, you invite the possibility of uncovering hidden factors and exploring safe, personalized treatments. These might include adjusting your current medications, treating underlying conditions, or even carefully using supplements such as melatonin under medical supervision. Behavioral therapies, like cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, CBTI, have also proven effective and don't involve medication at all. Take the story of Linda, a lively 68-year-old from Colorado, who had been struggling with restless nights for years. She assumed it was just part of getting older until one day she mentioned it casually during a routine checkup. Her doctor listened carefully and recommended a sleep study. The results revealed mild sleep apnea, a condition that, left untreated, was silently fragmenting her rest. With the help of a simple CPAP machine and some lifestyle adjustments, Linda's sleep improved dramatically. "I didn't realize how much better I could feel until I got help," she said. "Talking to my doctor was the best decision I ever made for my health." Remember, seeking help doesn't mean you failed or that your struggles aren't valid. It's an act of courage and self-respect. Your doctor's office is a partnership, a place to share your experiences honestly and work together toward solutions that fit your unique needs. If you decide to explore safe supports, here are some gentle guidelines. Be open and detailed. Share your sleep patterns, concerns, and any symptoms you notice, no matter how small they seem. Ask questions. If a medication might affect your sleep, or if you're curious about supplements, ask your doctor about benefits, risks, and alternatives. Consider non-drug therapies. Behavioral approaches, relaxation techniques, and sleep hygiene education are powerful tools that often complement or reduce the need for medication. Be patient. Finding the right approach takes time, and what works for one person may not work for another. Most importantly, trust your instincts. If something doesn't feel right or if your sleep problems worsen, don't hesitate to follow up or seek a second opinion. Your sleep matters, not just for your nights, but for your entire well-being. It affects your mood, memory, energy, and overall health. By reaching out for professional support, you're honoring yourself and paving the way to brighter, more rested days. So tonight, as you prepare for bed, hold this thought close. Asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Your journey toward restful sleep is unique, and with the right guidance, you can find your way back to nights filled with peace, comfort, and healing. You faced so many challenges in life with grace and courage. Now, it's time to take care of yourself with the same kindness. Your best sleep yet may be just a conversation away. Thank you for staying with me through these important steps to reclaim restful sleep. Remember, waking up between 2 and 4 a.m. isn't something you have to accept as your new normal. Each of the ways we've talked about, from understanding your body signals, creating a relaxing bedtime routine, managing your sleep environment, paying attention to what and when you eat and drink, practicing gentle exercises, to seeking support from your doctor, are tools you can use to take back control of your nights. Sleep is one of the most precious gifts we can give ourselves. It restores not only our bodies but also our minds and spirits. When you sleep well, you wake up ready to enjoy your day with energy, clarity, and joy. You deserve that every single day. I encourage you to start small. Pick one idea that feels doable and meaningful for you. Try it tonight. Notice how your body and mind respond. Celebrate every little improvement, because they add up in powerful ways. And please, share your experiences in the comments below. What has helped you the most? What challenges are you facing? Your story might inspire someone else who's walking this path. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can continue supporting each other in living healthier, fuller lives. You're not alone on this journey, and together we can find peace and rest, one night at a time. Wishing you peaceful nights and bright mornings ahead.